again, business, small business, definitely location, and the location was brilliant for what our operation was going to be.
Welcome to Intelligent Business, our series of discussions with local business owners in our communities, where we talk to them about their successes in business and what makes them tick. Today we've got Mike and Rose Morgan of Central Perc, a restaurant in Oakwood, Ohio, one that I'm familiar with and have known about for many years. As a matter of fact, as we were discussing earlier, Mike, your business has been active for what, 22 years?
23 years.
23 years?
April 15th just gone. It was 23 years in business.
That's quite a track record for a restaurant of any size. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, Rose and I are both from Liverpool, England, and we were brought over originally just to goof around, and people wouldn't let us go back home to open our business, and so two people went into partnership with us 23 and a half years ago, and we bought them out after 2 years, so we are like the American dream, living and breathing. So Rose and I have owned the business outright 21 years, and Rose is the chef, so she does all the magic. She went to school for that. I have done all sorts of jobs. I've mechanic, driven double-decker buses. One thing I've always done is been put in the line of public, and I kind of do quite well with that, so that's what we have a good balance with each other of how we operate our business. I do front of house, Rose produces the magic in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. I think that's why we've been able to keep on going we're consistent.
Yeah, I've noticed that about your business. You're very proactive with the customers, and Rose does work magic back in the kitchen. Excellent baker and pastry chef. And your specialty, you do a lot of teas, right?
Yes. That's
one of your specialties, like prearranged teas. People make reservations and come in and have it.
We call ourselves a European cafe, and the food is very light fare. It's soup, salad, sandwiches, as you just said. But one of our specialities is, which you can't really get too many places around here, definitely nowhere when we first opened, is the full afternoon tea, the British Victorian tea. And we do that between 2 and 4, and it's a way of eating food with friends or family, and you share. You've got a free tea stand, delicate little tea sandwiches, desserts of the day, cream scones, and a pot of tea. And it's just a really nice way of having a food ceremony, so to speak, with like I said, family or friends, or even business partners.
Do you do all the shopping, or does Rose do all the shopping? Who buys all the quality food that ingredients?
Between suppliers that you've got some great guys down towards Cincinnati that come deliver. You run out and go and get some stock.
We each have from a couple of different angles. Obviously, Rose being the chef, she has quality control of what we purchase. So, as Rose said, there's a couple of fine food.
Deli meats, they come from a company that are all out on the East Coast. John Prescott's down in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Unger Foods are down in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So they stock a quality product.
Yeah, you seem to always have fresh ingredients.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the local supermarket, Dayton Market.
Yeah.
It's
for everyday stuff.
For Dayton Market, with their reward system, and GFS is another one. For their reward system to people like who are big shoppers, it actually works out okay for a small business like us. We don't have the room to order in bulk. So 2 things are going to happen with that. One, they're going to want a massive minimum of stuff that we have no room to put anywhere, and then that could potentially go bad if you're not storing it right. So therefore, you've just lost all what you've saved dealing with a big company. So we tend to duck and dive, and always looking at the market price of items, looking for sales and stuff. So being a small business, in the bigger picture of it, I believe we save money by operating that way. Yeah.
How did you come up with the idea for Central Perc?
Well, Rose and I, while we were dating, we always used to take our motorcycle around Scotland, Yorkshire, wherever. Always we're finding little tea rooms, coffee shops to go to. So we always had an idea with Rose being a chef that we would have our own place at some point. We didn't realize it'd be in another country.
And we didn't know
This is
why
you were in England or here?
This is why we were in England. This is why in our earlier days. Like we came over to America, and then we went out west and seen the whole coffee thing going on there. You know, Starbucks, I think they had 2 or 3 stores around Seattle. That was it. And so we went, how about a coffee shop before we go on to whatever we're going to do? And again, still thinking it was going to be back home in England. Well, of course, as soon as our American friends realized that we were even thinking of this, they said, we have nothing here. In Dayton, Ohio, we have nothing. Why can't you come back here to do it? And so we did all the research, and like I said, 23 years ago, like I said, two people sponsored us for a little bit, and we bought them out after 2 years.
I mean, you've significantly beaten the averages, you know, on the average life of a restaurant or a coffee shop. How do you account for that?
I think, well, definitely with you, Rose, you want to say a little bit about your baking and that?
No. I think what it comes down to is the interest we take with our customers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to go back to Rose is very consistent with her food. She won't negotiate anything less than the way she wants it, and I think that's what's made us be able to succeed for as long as on the food side of it, because we really are. People know that they're going to come. The carrot soup is going to be what they want. Carrot soup. Couple along with, like Rose said, we do get to know all our customers. We have to spend a lot of hours in the business, so it's in our own interest to make it an easy lifestyle for ourselves. And
somewhere where we enjoy.
So we know all the customers, and there's nothing more pleasing to a customer for them to walk in and you know exactly what they want. Even if they're doing a variance on what they want, you should know you know them. They know that you know them. And you make them feel special. Every customer feels special, and especially in this business, it's a very important thing.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Have you had any significant challenges through the years that you've had to overcome?
There's always challenges. We're a small business, as you know. There's always challenges, from pieces of equipment going down at the wrong time, you know, to I mean, we're lucky right now. A lot of our fellow restaurants right now are not operating because of the storm system that rolled through that stops you being able to operate. We, like I said, we did buy our partners out after 2 years. That came at a tremendous cost. I mean, literally, we were off the airplane 2 years open and had all of a sudden had this tremendous bank loan to pay off to purchase our customers out. We didn't have, you know, and so that was a major hurdle that we had to cross, and I've done it. You know,
every day stuff. Mike doesn't like office work.
That's
a major hurdle.
Typical entrepreneur. You know, it takes a village.
It is not uncommon. I think that is probably the everyday struggle.
So we're looking
up with the office work.
Our accountant is one of our coffee group people, so she can keep an eye on me every day.
She does.
Yeah.
How about your people? How many people do you typically employ?
We are operating at, I would say, 10 part-time people, crisscrossing. You know, some of them will come for a while and go back to school. Some of them come back in from in between jobs, or either graduating school and then moving on to the next step of their life, and they can always walk back into our place. I would say that we are still in contact with probably 95% at least of the people that's worked for us.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're all still in touch with somebody. I mean, just this last couple of days, people we haven't seen for a little while that worked for us while they were at UD have obviously called us to say, "Are you okay? Did you get affected by the tornado?" So, and so they popped back up into our life. So yeah, they're all still there somewhere. Yeah.
Good.
We don't have family here. They became our family. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, you made a really big leap. I mean, same language basically.
Yeah.
But you made quite a trip to come here and land in Dayton, Ohio. Was there anything that influenced you to land here?
We were brought here by
Oakwood.
Yeah, we were brought here by friends.
This
and
is the area we knew.
The area we knew, and we bounced back and forward and knew the area. And we literally said, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to give ourselves a fighting chance. And again, small business, definitely location. And the location was brilliant for what our operation was going to be. I mean, you have a walking traffic, you have people who have travelled, and therefore are more worldly, that are more likely to give you a chance to develop your business if it's different to what the norm is. I.e., especially in our industry, we're totally not fast food, and we were given time to grow with that, with the community.
And for those watching, I should say that our offices here in Oakwood are almost directly above yours.
That's correct.
So, your shop, so your restaurant. So I mean, we've known each other quite a while. And I would have to say, based on the conversation, that is what you've described as community and knowing people, knowing the customers, being their friend. I mean, you're very good at that. That would seem to be very much a strong point.
Yes, it definitely is.
Well, Dayton's been good to us.
It becomes a little embarrassing that because of the years we've been in business and some of the age range of our clientele, that we're starting to get advertisement in obituaries now because we're doing food for funerals and whatever, of people who've one of their what's always mentioned is that they love coming to our place, so it's kind of, that's on the sad note of advertisement, but it is the case of being really embedded into the community.
Well, I think it's a testimony to doing business in a traditional, very personal way, and it's in a day and age when it seems that business is becoming less and less personal. I mean, with the chains and the internet and all the competing technologies, it seems like people hardly ever leave the house anymore or leave their office anymore, and there's a lack of connection, and I think you offer that. You offer connection.
And I think that it is quite surprising to people that us as the owners are there. And of course we're dancing. I mean, we do take time off individually. I mean, Rose isn't always there 24/7. I'm not always there 24/7.
Well, one of us is, and
And we didn't open this business not to be there.
Yeah.
We opened the business because we wanted
we didn't want other
cafe.
people to run it for us.
And so, alongside our staff, who were amazing, great staff, but the fact is that we are still there, running it with our staff. And I think that's important to all of our customers, that we actually care enough to still be there and still be doing the job,
Yeah. Well, is there anything you'd like to wrap up with? Any comments or questions?
Definitely would like to say that I think that we've been extremely lucky. I think the community of Oakwood and definitely the Montgomery County, the Dayton area, has been so good to us. We could never have done it without the support of local people, and we've outgrown Dayton in itself. I mean, we got customers in Cincinnati, Columbus, wherever. But the fact is that the local community obviously supported us immensely at the early years. That's why we're still here.
Thank you for joining us today. It's been great to sit down with you in a little bit more of a formal setting and talk about your business, and it's encouraging to those of us who are in business to witness successes like yours. So we wish you the best for the future and hope to see you some other time on our video series.
Definitely.
Thank you again, Mike and Rose Morgan of Central Perc. If you're in the area, make sure you stop in for a scone and a coffee, or a scone and a cup of tea, or something even more substantial from Rose's Kitchen.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.